benefit are going to you and your family. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. We rise this morning, we open our mouth to say, God, we thank you for all you have been able to achieve from January to date. As an individual, we thank you for all I have been able to achieve. It's not in my power. Thank you for the achievement of my family. Let me to pray thank God for what everything has achieved from January to date. It's not in our ability. It's not because we are well read. It's not because we are well talented. It's not because we are powerful. It's just because of the mercy of the Lord that we are not able to consume. There are so many evils in the land. But God has kept you. He has kept the family as a whole. He has kept the whole country together. He has not allowed us to be scattered. Father, we thank you this morning. We bless your name. For all we've been able to achieve this year, it's not in our power. For all that has achieved as an individual, I give you the glory. For what my family has achieved this year, we give you the glory. As a company, we give all the glory for all we have achieved. Father, we bless your name this morning. We exalt you. Hallelujah. Thank God, the word of God says there are so many benefits God has kept for us this year. That what we have not been able to achieve from January to just this month of faith, that God will give the power to achieve them going forward. We have about 6-7 months to go. We can still achieve them if God is with us. Of course, it's with us. Tell God to give us the energy and the power to accelerate to push higher than we are doing currently. In your family, God needs to back you. He needs to give you direction. As a company, we need God's direction. If you have told us the house is so much benefit for us and waiting for us, let us begin to tap into the spirit realm. God will bless you with thanksgiving because we have so many benefits to God tap into this remaining part of the year. Yes, we may not have been able to achieve 100% of what we wanted to from the beginning of this year. We are still building our sources that we can do better than what we have done so far. Lord God Almighty, we pray as we pass forward that you go ahead of us and make every place straight for us to go smoothly in the name of Jesus. In this company, we depend on you solely. We have no power of our own, we have no strength of our own. We depend on you for our ability. We depend on you, God, for you to reflect and show us where to go. Show us light, God, to remove every black part of our way in the name of Jesus. Thank God this new month of June that every hidden benefit in the spirit, God, and the physical world, that God should open our eyes to see and begin to tap into them. Father, we tap into every benefit of this month of June. Father, every benefit you have kept for, be it good health. Father, whatever benefit is from us, you will not pass us by in the name of Jesus Christ. Father, we bless you, we exalt you, Lord. We know you have us in mind. Your word says your plan went first, the thought flesh of the house, the thought of evil. And you are ready to give us our expected and our desired ends. Father, as we enter this month of November, we pray that you give us our desired ends in the name of Jesus Christ. As an individual, give us our desired end. As a company, give us our desired end. In our family, give us our desired result. We bless your name, O Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. We call on our Father. Mr. Hazard will complete the prayer for us.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Our Father, we thank you, Lord. We bless your name. We appreciate you for your goodness in our lives. Father, we appreciate you for this new month that you have made. We ask, oh God, that your blessings will follow us in this new month in Jesus' name. Amen. But as a people, as a company, we ask, oh God, that you grant us the ability to exceed our expectation in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. Every hidden blessing you have created for us, like God, I pray that you bring them out in Jesus' name. Amen. We shall possess our possession in this new month in Jesus' name. Amen. Your name alone shall be glorified. Amen. Thank you, precious Father. Amen. Give you all that praise in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, Lord. I don't know how to start. I wanted to say very good morning, but unfortunately, the morning was accident for me. I'm sorry for start that. I'm thinking I'll wait till the end of the session to have this talk, but I think it's important to have this talk before the entire session. The HR has to start going to offices to talk to the family. It is a shame on what he does. We come in, we wake up every morning, we come to office. See, the morning doesn't justify today. To think also, the morning justifies today. How you start matters a lot. now, the person that will fix the laptop was struggling as a pastor. The person that will do the presentation strolling from the office, and everybody was just strolling. I think it should become part of all that now. He's an hard teaching. They're going to do things that he's when they ask you to do this together, on the more serious one. That I mean, I think I wish I could share the note that was sent to me. I had a session with the marketing team, and I had a session with them yesterday at the practical meeting. It seems every one of us, we are all dropping jobs. We're dropping it. And see, the organization can't move forward. If in our various units, the companies, they're not doing what they're supposed to do. It is unfortunate. I mean, I walked in this morning and I saw it was deliberate. Now I was going 10 to us. No, I mean, I stepped back, waited. I was thinking I would come in and everybody will be fully settled. But more serious, whenever I come in, I'm waiting for people. So, data has to go out to start following people. For organizations that want to survive, not just survive, excel, we have to work that way. All I'm asking for is, if it is just this kindness alone, let's get whatever. I mean, if you wake up on time, do everything on time, there's no way you're not going to succeed. If you are coming to office, there's no food like that. It shows you're not even happy to go to that house. But with a lot of enthusiasm, I mean, it works. Let's change the way we do things on the one serious. I don't know how to start. It was unfortunate. I can't hold it. I wish I could hold it this morning. But I just couldn't hold it. Because it started on Monday. Look at the performance. Our income has been going down. Our service level has been going down as well. I'm sorry, for marketing, technical, finance, there's no difference any longer. But there has to be a difference. Please. I'm appealing now and I'll continue to appeal. Please. And we flip it to the other side. When it's your own turn to appeal, I will also accept that appeal because you're not accepting the appeal and making now. And what's yours? We have to. It's our life, it's our destiny, it's in our hands. And we're crushing it. We shouldn't. It's not a good way to start, but I think we have to start that way. I mean, it's not well. It's not well because attitude is everything. With bad attitude, you can't go anywhere. It's like a flat tire. The car with the flat, it will never move. Until we change the way we do things, that's when this organization will keep working. Now, I mean, it's like we're taking one step forward, then 10 steps backward. Our challenge all of us, I think we have to change the more serious. First quarter was okay, everybody was up there. By when the brokers were calling, but things I mean, no, it shouldn't be. Respectfully, we're all mature people. We have the capacity to do things, and I expect us to make it happen. I'll call on the presenter. I think the major reason why I said we should review this book, and you know the irony. Most people, they need to let you play this book, that's the irony. I saw from I asked some people and they're still struggling. I do session in my office, I mentor people all the time, they can't. For organization, I have to do this for people to employ. I see no level. I have a couple of guys that were supposed to be employed. Guess what? They're not qualified. One of them came to me, you know what he was saying? It's our life, it's not it's your destiny. The greatest injustice any man could do to himself is to lie to himself. See, whatever you sow, that's what you do. The structure is the result of accumulation. And respectfully, I'll say this, whatever we are getting now was what we did yesterday. In terms of income, in terms of where we are, was what all of us collectively did yesterday. And what we're going to get to show is what we're doing now. See that we do it right, or we don't do it right at all. And we have to do it right so that we can get better tomorrow. You can't continue to do the same thing and expect a different result. See, let's in my own, let's rub what the self doing. It's just like 5% what he does. He does the same thing, he does the same thing, but trying to aggregate everything for critical mass. We want to put collective down. It's a challenge you move. Have you seen that comment at work when they move everything? They all of them come together and still move it. In fact, put a tip of sugar and see those. In fact, all they have to put together, they are not going to work and put it together. But because they are together, collectively, they push it. Anyway, Anita, you have the floor. I don't need to bore you guys, but it's unfortunate we have where we have today. But when we keep talking, but a lot of things have to change. And what it has to change. I'm feeling we have to change.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Everybody's tonight in a growing company. If you want to be like the case study we are going through, this is bound to happen. The good thing about it is learning and making a change and turn around for us to get to that desired company, desired organization that we are looking at. It's a beautiful morning, everybody. Tell your neighbor it's a beautiful morning. Let's share up. I can't present like this. It's a beautiful morning, everybody. Everybody, the moral is raw. The moral is raw. Let them stand up and hug each other and greet each other. It's a beautiful morning, everybody. It's a beautiful morning. Okay, let's sit down. I'm happy now. Yes, like before. Yes, don't go. It wasn't easy for GE, our case study, getting to the level we are celebrating them today, and we are, talking about Jack Welch and all that. Without people, Jack Welch's name cannot be heard. Do you understand? Envy is passionate, he is angry. We should understand. He can't do it alone. Do you understand? He can't do it alone. And if not actually curtail it, he needs to express himself so that we can be a better person. Timing matters. They called the meeting for 8. Even me, I used to talk about it. If you have an interview for 8 and you are getting there 8 or after 8, it doesn't make sense. If you are called for an interview for 8, you are expected to be there by 7:30. Even the person that wants to talk to you, when the person comes in and see you sitting down, this is a serious-minded person. So let's just try and work around it and make a change. Good morning, everybody, once again.
Good morning.
It's nice to be in the presence of beautiful faces this morning again. Last time I was not able to conclude. I was almost there, but this morning we're going to do a quick review and a recap, then conclude. It was, I don't know if anybody had comments for the last month's presentation. How was it? I was talking to fantastic people. I want you to just chip in one or two things you learned from the last presentation before I go into the main business of the day. How was last month? That was the presentation. How has that presentation affected your life one way or the other, on the job, in your family, at home? Please, I need somebody. You see, we are going to be operating a boundaryless organization at the point in time. I'm going there. Where idea flows freely. They are allowed to talk freely. If Jack is here right now, he's not going to like what is happening now. Because he likes when you talk, idea, you flow, let things be coming. Let's come together. Nobody knows it all. And I have made some mistakes last month, and some people have read that book. This is an opportunity for you to chip in some things I was able to talk about or as in art. Anybody? Anybody? Are you telling me I was fantastic last month? Yes. Are you serious?
Yes.
I was fantastic last month.
Yes.
I killed it.
Yes.
It's a lie. Don't deceive me. You don't want to talk, but I'll make you people talk. So today I'm going to go straight to, I think I've gone through what make Jack Welch 10 rules for success. I think I've gone through this place. Who can remember? Right? Okay. Okay, because okay, now let's go into the 10 rules for success. I've actually mentioned the first rule. Apart from this, timing. Timing that Andy is clamoring on this morning. Timing. Time is money. Time is valuable. Do you know the same 24 hours me and you have? That some people use that same 24 hours to achieve, to become a better person. That same 24 hours, some of us waste that time. Have you thought about it? 24 hours, we all have it. You have it, I have it. It now depends on how you want to spend your time. If it is valuable, if it is to sit down and talk and waste your life away, if it is to add value to people's lives, if it is to create value and add value to people. Time is paramount. We should always have that at the back of our mind. Timing is very important. Jack Welch was a very thorough person when it comes to time and all that. He's very calculative. It's always because we've been reading through him, Jack Welch. We're going to get to a point. I'm going to tell you some of his faults, his mistakes, and how he learned from it to be a better person. So make the right trade-off. He has this belief, and it has worked for them in time past in GE. There's some business they go into. If it's not working, they trade it off, they close it. He has this stuff that they sell, close, or trade off. He has this 3 thoughts that I talked about that. You know, it's either you close it, you make it, or you trade it off. If you are investing into a wrong something and it's not bringing out results for you, trade it off. That's one of his policies. Trade it off. See everyone as a mentor. See everyone as a mentor. Don't ever look down on anybody. Anybody who add value to your life. So everybody around you. I notice that most great people I've met in time past and presently, they have 1 or 2 people to talk to, their mentor. They give them guidelines, talk to them, they encourage them. So we should try and have that. Get a mentor to talk to you, because nobody knows everything. Nobody, even the so-called leaders and all that. And make sure, remember this, surround yourself with quality people. Surround yourself with quality people. The business world is a game war. The winning team makes it. It's game. Take it or leave it. Like we in the marketing sector, different units and all that. The best unit shine. The best unit is not that this person. No, the unit is team. Is game. Game to win. Game to success. Game to shine. So if you come together as one in various units, obviously that means the team leader is a good mentor. I'm telling you, it's not about you alone. You can't do it alone. So get a mentor. I have. At times things I get confused. I don't understand. I have. One of my mentors gave me this same book we are reviewing today. He gave me the next one I'm reading, Eat the Frog, which I maybe sometimes before the end of the year I'm going to review with the house again. He's my mentor. I respect him a lot. So we need to get ourselves a mentor. Grow your people. Grow your people, develop your people, send them for trainings, encourage them, give them God's word. If it's 1st June, you can just send it to your teammates. It's a beautiful morning. You're going to shine this month. Just send it God's word. Just send it to your team member. Encourage them. It's not compulsory about money every time. Probably travel abroad and you're buying food. There are some words that goes a long way than material things. So grow your people. Go for training, read books, learn, create activities for yourself, positive or not, the one that now take it to the next level or add value to your life. Always over deliver. I think I've talked about this place because I remember that candle talked about it. Yeah, then we go candle, yes. So over deliver, like MD today is talking about. We come in late. I came late. From next month, myself and everybody should be sitting down. You want to over deliver. It's 8 o'clock. Let everybody just stop and sit down. 8 o'clock. So whenever your superior or your boss gives you an assignment, don't limit yourself. Overdo it. Let them know that you know what you are doing. At times, then we used to talk about some proverbs about 2 managers, one supposed to go and buy a watermelon. The both of them supposed to go and buy a watermelon. One went to buy the watermelon, just came back to the boss that it's 15 naira the watermelon. Okay, the other one came back. The watermelon is 15 naira, but it's greener watermelon, but it's of big size. It can go for like 6 people. Do you understand what I'm saying? The other person, was detailed. That person has over-delivered. And at the end of the year, this person was promoted based on what assignment was given. He went further, he went more, he searched more. It's not about pricing. Watermelon is 50 naira. No, he said 50 naira, the greener one, the bigger one can go for so. Do you understand? So but if I have such subordinate and gives me this kind of content, of course in my mind, this person knows what he or she is doing. So let's have that back in mind. Always over deliver. Do your job thoroughly. Don't say, what's my own? Like, I'm serious. I thought I was fine. I thought I was through last month. I've actually gotten off Jack Welch. It was last week. Was it last week? I don't know, Monday. They start telling me again I'm going to. I said, I was telling Mrs. Jabari, I thought I'm true. I've delivered Jack Welch. And I've moved on to the next book. Not that if you wait me today to talk about Jack Welch, I won't talk about it. But as of yesterday, I was like talking to her, said, God, have God. But yesterday, I just picked the book again, picked some of my content, review, and my mother was passing Jack Welch, teach it on. I said, no, that you're about to finish and all that. So just get yourself prepared. Anytime you can be called upon to do anything. Don't find one thing. Be prepared. Be on guard. Okay. Now, this is conclusion. But before I go to the conclusion, I want to talk about boundaryless organization. Some companies are there. We are not there yet in equity. I know. I can feel it. Even me, I know. But we get there. Boundaryless organization, that was what Jack Welch actually wanted. He made sure that nobody is limited. The weapons are there. It's not always about him. It's not always about him. He's the big boss, but he has fantastic things. Different sector, fantastic things. Fantastic. Because he can't do it. And see, I'm sorry, MD cannot do it alone. If MD does not have fantastic thing, he can't go places. So that's why we need to be up and doing to support him. Jack Welch is successful. You people are hearing about him today. But at the back of his book, he acknowledged so many people that he gave it to. That is not about me. It's about the teams. And he keep clamoring on teams. Before, I never knew about that. I thought it's all about me. And I found out it's not working till I realized it's all about us. It's all about us. One hand cannot carry, two hands, together with four hands, together we can make it work. But in an organization where you cannot talk, where ideas are being shut down, we can't move forward. But with the new trend and the way things are going in equity, obviously we are going to practice boundaryless organization. Good ideas, fantastic ideas that will make the job move faster, that will make the job work. GE got to that section, they got to that level, and they took it to the next level. So we as an equity family member, even on your prime moment, when you do research, you can have an idea. Retail, FI, business, technical, just come. We have open bosses I can talk to. Have you seen this thing? Have you seen the way the custodian did it? And la 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 la. Talk, bring ideas. Nobody's going to look down on you. But we are getting to that level. It's called boundaryless. You can just sing and say, Lisa, come on, retail person, did you hear what eBay did yesterday? They did it this way and they made so. Do you think about it? What do you think you can do? Okay, I thought about it, let's do this and do that. And we practice it and we are there. That's the idea. It's not until MD comes with the idea, Mr. Azan comes with the idea, and we too, we have brilliant people. We have sleeping giants like MD. Seriously, like somebody went for a training and the person was talking about it. I was like, God, do you understand? Was talking about it, So we have it in us. Even me standing in front of you, although I have it, but I slept off. You know, my brain reading part of me slept off. I got married, I had kids, different issues, motherhood, husband, family issues. So I don't have time to read, but I have to wake myself up. I'm a career woman. I want to be a top career person in the industry. So if you want to be that, you have to dust yourself and wake up, develop your brain every day, go online, study, come up with ideas. I actually wanted to talk about that. So the next thing that I saw again in the book, the conclusion is it's going to be the last part of what I'm going to talk about. And it's about Jack Welch. They'll be talking about him. To one of you or those of you that have not gone through this book, you will think Jack Welch is a magician. Am I right? No. Do you think he's a very, very a superstar that does not do mistakes, that is upright? You know, he has his own issues too. He makes mistakes. You know, when they asked him in 1910, there's this school he went for presentation, they now told him that, can he talk about his mistakes and all that? He said he makes a lot of mistakes while turning GE around. One, if you have gone through that book, there was one time he blew up the factory. That was a great mistake. Do you know what happened? What I learned? When he blew up the factory, it was like, God, wow, I'm dead. They summoned him to the head office and all that. He went there. The other there said, calm down, calm down, calm down. What are you trying to do? He said, we're trying to mix some chemicals together. The boss man said, okay, what do you think? If you had mixed so chemicals together and all that, what reaction do you have gotten? Do you know what I learned? He made a mistake, fine. He was already there that, they're sacking me today, I'm going to my house, and all that. But the other said, calm down. You've made a mistake, but you're going somewhere. Okay, now, after this time around, this mistake that actually cost us with blown up. Do you know that in so time, if you had you get so results? As in they brought out another value from that mistake. There was a lesson learned from that mistake. So most times in our life, even at home, we parents are very fond of that. If our kids make a mistake, you want to kill okay, today, call the child down or call your subordinate down. Okay, you've done this mistake. What did you learn? So. Have you learned your lesson? Okay, make it a better person the next time. Don't do it again. He said it in his book that whenever people make mistakes, it's not the best time to crucify them. He said it. He said it's not the best time to crucify. It's the best time for you to show love and make the person understand why it should not be that way. So most times we should learn from our mistakes. Then, as a business person, when he was trying to buy that company, some of his mistakes, so when he was trying to buy companies, acquisition of companies, they got their fingers burnt. As brilliant as Jack Welch, there was a fraud in the system. You know, the aircraft section where they opened a separate account for the money, they were diverting money, so many mistakes. But he never allowed that to hold him down. So the lesson we take of that, our mistakes should not let us down. We should learn from our mistakes and be a better person. Am I making sense?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go to the conclusion part. In Jack Welch, I was emotional on two topics. The first topic was the succession story. I was very emotional because even for Jack Welch not to be able to pick a successor, it took Jack Welch 1 year for them to conclude on who's going to be the next CEO. Do you know why? It's not that he's thinking, he's cracking his brain, but they were fantastic people in the organization. They were all fantastic, but three stood out. They stood out. It was a tight one for him. It was a tight one. Mention the profile of those three guys. He does not even know what to do. Yeah, you know, at a point in time, what I learned about success story, if you are very good at your job, you are very good and you are delivering, you're going to be close to the top people. I mean, the manager. Jack was close to these three people. They were his friends. They were not laggards. They were not failures. They were his friends. The three guys were his friends. So he does not even know who to choose. And who to be his successor. He does not know what to do about that. So at a point in time, he was even saying it in his mind that let one. Do you know that some people should do one prayer for you? Don't do mistake. Do mistake. Jack was praying that let one of them do mistakes, said as in, I'm tired. If not sleep, he involved the board, he involved too many people. That how can he pick his successor? So, and Jack has he has the qualities, he knows what he wants for a company that he has built over 20 years. You don't expect him to just hand it over to somebody that is not serious. You don't expect him to hand it over to somebody that is not serious. So he has all the qualities already in his mind that this is the kind of person I want to be my successor. I want this person to take over. So what I'm going to say, I'm going to read out what he expected, but it's a lesson for us, it's a take home for us. We should start positioning ourselves. I don't know how many years MD signed and all that, but let's make it difficult for him when he's leaving. Let's give him sleepless nights the way they gave Jack. Jack said in my whole life, he has never had anything difficult as picking my successor. Because they are fantastic. So these are some of the things he looked out for. Jack wanted the successor to be a questionable leader. Unquestionable. I hope you understand what that means. Unquestionable. Somebody that has all the qualities of a leader. With the last month we talked about qualities of a leader, integrity, empathy, and all that. Someone that can take politics out of process. When he entered he had that issue. There was politics everywhere. There was bureaucracy. There was issues. They will tell you, before you get something done, you have to go and do something for this person. All those things was not easy. It was not comfortable. He said, why will it should work seamlessly. Everything should work seamlessly. Why will I have to come and lobby you, beg you, because I want to do one or two things, I should beg you? That was part of Jack's, mindset. And he before he left he removed it. He removed that sector. He removed it. That's why he now said he wants somebody that can take qualities out of process. Let's do it the way it is being done. You don't need to like my face. I don't need to like your face. But it's about the job, for the job to move on. So they need to remove politics. Leaders' transactions are enormous. A leader that needs to focus outward and inward. That's the kind of leader he wants. You can see that those qualities are not easy. But these three guys have built those qualities for themselves in time past. It's not something you just stumble on. It's something you position and you prepare yourself for. You see, at times we dream, I want to be a celeb, I want to be a big girl. We think about the end result. But we've not ever thought about the process. There's process. For anything to get done, there's a process. So for these guys to be the number 3 people in GE, there was a process they passed through. You need to go to that last part of the book. You get all the full details of what happened to the 3 guys, their qualities, how they became Jack best 3. Outside that, Jack had actually produced almost 25 CEOs in other organizations. But for somebody to be the chairman of this great company, you have to have all these qualities. The board needs to be involved in this succession process. Because when he was coming on, there was an issue about his own. The board were going forth and back and all that. It wasn't easy for him to become the chairman then, the CEO. But he doesn't want that to happen to these new people. So he had to get the board involved. Jack wanted to pick someone young enough to be in the job, while a CEO can have an immediate impact on people. He wants a young person to be in the job, so that the person can carry, like what he said, the person will carry GE for next, some years, to not somebody that will come and 3 years go. You want somebody that will last longer, age-wise and all that. Move on. That's finished. Okay, those are the qualities of what he wanted, and eventually took John Emmett to be his successor. The second thing that actually touched me, that I learned from this book, is you should not stop learning. When I was reading his book, I was like, Jack knows everything. He's a brilliant dude. Fantastic. But do you guys know that at the point that their business was going, when they were going globalization, they entered into e-business section, while their business is going to go digital, online. Do you people know that Jack cannot even use the internet? Who has got to that part? He could not use the internet. I was like, no. I said, he said, like, let me go back. I went back. I said, he said he could not use it. But at the point in time, because of business, he needs to learn it. Some of us are victims. They are victims. I'm a victim. I learned it on the job. Jack, fantastic CEO, somebody that turned 1 naira to 1 million. He said he could not use it. So he had to fantastic people to come and teach him. But why? All the while, you used to see the wife with laptop every time. When they're going for vacation, the wife will hold laptop. And he won't every time you're always on laptop. The lady will say, I'm on internet, I'm buying stock, I'm doing that. So when they got to that segment of their business taking them to another level, the e-business, you need to quickly go and learn it so that they will use that as an opportunity to enter in. He learned it. It humbles me. He didn't keep quiet. He didn't but he called the PA, one lady and one other guy to teach him, and he learned it, and the wife at home, and he became a better person. So those are parts of the book that touches me. So while we are here as an individual, we should not stop learning. And don't be ashamed. Talk about it. Talk about it. Wow, Busola, John, I see this about Mashemalo say exactly. Please come and teach me. You need to learn. You don't have to cover up for yourself because it's going to find you out one day. Any area you know you are lacking, you don't know, ask people that know. Let them laugh. Let them make mockery of you. Doesn't stop you to make you a better person. Jack learned and became a guru in it. So that's why, like I said earlier, we need to position ourselves very well. I said this last time, people are watching, you don't even know. Recommendations be coming, you will not be there, I will not be there. Where they will just say, okay, so person, you won't be there. Let's just focus on our job. Let's be good on whatever we are doing and build that team spirit. That is one of his words that he clamored on. Team spirit, that he cannot do it alone. It's all about him. So finally, I'm leaving this place right now. I've talked about Jack Welch last month on this month. In our quiet moment, let's read it. Let's pick one or two things and incorporate it to our life and make us a better person. Thank you.
Thank you, Anita. I think I'll pick on the last one. A human, one of my own mental weaknesses is that articulation. It's humble. There's an holiday proverb, it's 25 minutes. It said, when you want to actually get results, what do? Your name is when it's very important. I'll repeat again. I think I worked with like 5 or 6 different women. I was discussing with one of my colleagues the other time. Somebody called me from, we used to work for Lion. Then I won't go into specifics. One of them also worked for another group. They needed a job. Not because you are not good, but because the company they work for, when you are working for that company went down and it was in their CV. These were fantastic guys. And one of them, when he was talking to me, I felt so sad. He said, well, I work is the only one going to the office. I'm sick, I need to go to the hospital. I've exhausted all my savings. Well, how would you go and advertise with me? Now, what I'm saying, no, he didn't do it. Well, I feel like committing suicide. Now, you to know photo of that guy. I know, I'll give an analogy. In Britain, they drive on the right side of it. So when I brought that car from Nigeria to drive, and he was driving that car, and you were seated beside him, and he was driving recklessly, and he didn't caution him. Unfortunately for him, he drove recklessly for the whole guy. So the guy that proposed the car, not knowing you were not the driver, dragged him out and he hit you massive everywhere. Now that guy was suffering for the fall of other people. That when they are supposed to take action, they refuse to take action. Most of us have decided to be the nice guy. Can I be honest with you? I'm sorry, I'm very nice guy. But when it comes to business, I'm not very nice. I'll be nice on one condition. When we it's well that with respect to all the ladies there, if I were to be your husband at the end of the month, and I
4 months after the story. And no matter how long it's done, it's 1 month and second month, so at the stage. One of my colleagues, you know what he said, I've repeated, I said that thing some time ago. We're coming together and they married for 26 years. I was hearing money, planning, so when she dropped, I said, I'm sorry. He told me to say, my husband, of course, so what happened? She said, he just paid school fees now. So $1 million. So how to tell me when leave there, and like so I can do more. I said, what happened to me? It doesn't have money to pay. The what she did was very natural. Only the group of money that is an irresponsible man. In fact, the word she used was even harsher than I don't have to translate it. When she said that, he said, actually, one thing or a lady then will not be able to live up to their responsibility. I was spoke for like 20 minutes. And I said, what happens to the previous ones he has paid? He said, okay, why are you talking like this? You forgot what he has told. You don't come down from the earth. I jog every weekend, Saturday, Sunday. I see this elderly man. And there was a lesson learned from it. And that's why I talk about that critical, that handling it. When you do just implemental it, the man, all he does is just this work. Every day. Sorry, every weekend when I go, I see. And I got when I go, I get tired as well. Just I realize that's the man taking brisk walk. You know, at times the man is always ahead of me. And I realize what success is all about for consistency. Consistency. You don't change. If you maintain a pattern, you have to follow through. The moment you go halfway, I'm telling you, you will never succeed. Go wrong, then slow down. You know you want to run, take it down. Don't start what you can't finish. Now we started something, we have to finish it. First quarter was fantastic. We did very well, first month, second month, third month. The fourth month, sorry sir, what's our income for the last 3 weeks? And tell us our expenses.
Yeah, for the last 3 weeks, we collected 20 million, we spent about 60 million.
You see why Moro phone come here to smile? What I mean, as an accountant, that's on what the profit is called. You must remember. We're saying we want to share profit. Because we have the shares now. People are waiting for profit at the end of the year. It's when you have leg, you talk about shoe. When there's no leg, you can't talk about shoe. Sorry, they removed that. But I'll say this to all of us. It's never too late. I think it's better now. There's one thing about setting targets, and it's important to set targets. Sorry, I think going forward, I'll need a board to describe. But I think I can still do. Now, this is what we're going to. When you don't set target, if you don't know where you are going to, you go everywhere without achieving results. Now we set a target. This is the target. That laptop. And I'm supposed to get to that laptop. Now I'm walking. I go this way. I'm missing the record. The moment I look at that place, I know where I'm heading to. I'll trace my way back again. I'll come again. It's important. You see straight again. It's only when you don't know where you are going to that you never get there. I don't know how many of us have actually traveled by sea. When you travel by sea, you know, at times those people, it's like a pilot too. When you put your business on autopilot, when they go and see, they set their compass very well. It is direction. You can step up. Once you set the direction very well, and that's what we're talking about processes. You know, say something, take away politics from the business. I don't need to like it, because I don't do it from others. Two great people I met today that came to the business. Aliga and Ichunu. We had a session then. I became them. And they challenged me. And I love it. I love it when people talk, when we engage each other. He said one thing. One of us went for a session on Monday. He was one that was saying, I'd love to talk about the session I went for. For me, that was fantastic. What most people don't usually is you want to hide your deficiency. You don't want to shoot. People are always afraid. So the moment you are afraid, the moment you are seeing, come out, make your mistake, you learn from it. I'm not serious about that. I've said this, it's never too late. What we're trying to do is to put us back on track. We need to come back on track. We must make it happen. We must make it happen, and it has to happen. It's a must. We don't have any choice. We don't at all. I think for next month, I've said we're going to review Build to Last. Or I've also discussed it. I think we need to change something to it. I mean, based on what I've seen in Christian life. There's a Christian team at work, long time ago. It's called Raising the Line. I'll look for that and I'll show you what it is. The whole one. Raising the Line. The whole going to work. And you see why we have from our home. I'll use that word again. The young man at the stage. The young man went to the stage. He said, "They have with me. I want to see the picture. Is he alive or dead?" Okay. He said, "Is he alive or dead?" The man laughed and he said, "If I tell you the ant is alive, you can decide to crush it. If I say he's dead, you can decide to reveal it. The life of that ant is in your hands. The best we can do, the best we can say is to talk this way. How do we now practicalize what we call life? It's an opportunity for all of us to make this. I say repeat, by December I want to stand there to announce these are the number of people going for this, these are the number of people going for that, not to be fired. The system will be done in such a way that when you know you can't fit in, you burn out on all of it. I'm not going to start them. And I have there some funny rumor, and let me say this. I have some rumor, I think there's a phone that quickly attest it. Some people said they're going to do another review of certain people. Not at all. What I know best how to do is to put food on people's table. Not to take away food from people's table. We need to empower people, we need to create more money, we need to create more business in the earth, and that's what we're going to do. The current management is committed to that. I've said it, the current management, all of us will give you our shoulder to step on our shoulder and right. We do that, and we continue to do that. But how we demand from all of us is a level of commitment. See, when on your home path, you don't do what you're supposed to do. You are not the value chain of our business, you are affecting our business. If you are in claims, if you are in marketing, if you are in underwriting or finance, the moment you refuse to do your own work, play your own role, your own output is a useful for the other guy. I said it here. One of us who went for a meeting at IBM on IHL like 3 months ago. Who was that person? In claims. Who was the lady in claims? You're the one that went for that meeting. You know, at IBM. Yeah, you're the one that went for that meeting. Once you were that, what was the comment from IBM to the entire team there?
When they said that new equity, that's how they started. New equity, you are going to pay any expenditure.
I think it's one more than that. My colleague, my former colleague now sent me a chart that the way they talked about everything that he felt so bad about their whole life. As they said, they sure they're going to get the check of the 25. They mentioned specific data. Once they send the DV, they know they can meet hands off. service, delivery, they will get it immediately. And you know what they did? They went back to the owner of the field because of what that owner said now, to start jigging their system. And now we that we are now setting the pace. And now becoming, so we're supposed to be pace setters, we're not moving back again. You are competing with the likes of Mansa, Midway, Custodian, NEM. Oh, I'm sorry, respectfully. I want to be very practical, it's like a lady. When you want to pick, when you want to marry, not sit down, you look at them. I don't know how to cook. I'm dirty. I can't do so many things. I'm not even fine. Will you take me as a wife? You understand? What I'm trying to say is, at least I must have one good quality. So, I mean, now, there are 2 or 3 of us. She looks very fine. When I say she, so understand. She looks very fine. She can cook. She's having everything. She has all the qualities. In fact, you are married to her already. And I'm telling you, come and marry me. I can't do. I can't do anything. I'm not even fine. You don't want to compare, okay? What should I change from this person to you? It's synonymous to our mission. Why should they change from the midway that they could be 2 billion last year? Or from an I could have got 28 billion last year, or from the custodian to a 20. There must be one to make equality competition where bringing to the table. What is that thing that we one day will have that they will be willing to do the difference to us? The same way I'm right here now, feel comfortable to do business results. The same way I'm not feeling comfortable to do business. What we're doing now with that is steady standard. Now this is when you get to a equity, this is what you get from the equity. And that's what we're going to do. I carry this one with a lot of energy. Sorry, what is that? Give me the there's something they talk on page 158 about the quality of GD managers. Before me, God bless you. You know, I can't even remember a place. One is not bad work for that. It's funny. But that tells you, it's part of it. When you visit or you deal with it, it's like a pastor. That's their life. They talk about 4 people. The first one is a very high energy level. You must have it. If you don't have it, you have to create it. The second one is the ability to energize others. You see, you're working together, and I know you are there, I never have tried to. So there's a way you have to energize other people because it's a team. And the 3rd one is the hedge. When I say the hedge, you are ability to make some tough decisions. I think on our own, something happened one day. It was not came to my office on a particular one. They wanted me to sign up. I looked at them and I scanned and I laughed. And I said to them, they're going to write. Oh, we can't want it. I said, no, we don't. Still, you don't get one writing this one. So, give me the analysis of it. See what you finish. I said, so what do you think? Go ahead and do it. So, as managers, we should be able to, even before they promote to that level of management, you really go for the management. Not going to get it. Then the last one is ability to execute. For all our decisions, execution is a major problem. It's like Nigeria. We have fantastic qualities, but implementation, that's where the problem lies. And that's why the high team, where it goes back. Yeah, you're there. Well, Mr. I'm sure your guys see me at the back end. I want to commend you guys. Do you understand? We've done some projects and I saw the cost compared to what they do outside. With little results, with little resources, and that's what we call, I'm going to do the right work. You spend less and you get more. It's about efficiency. You are sweating your asset and you need to sweat your asset. From finance point of view, there's a way, that's the only time we can make money from it. Our income must be higher than our expenditure. So hold your contact, and it's not about marketing, but hold your contacts. Pass it to those guys. You know you can go out, you have this person, Ross, come, get to this person, you can help them. This is where it works. Give them contact, let them work. The more money we bring into the system, the bigger the mega for so that we can all have it. I'll take 3 or 4 comments on the book. And generally, or if you have some concerns, you can also raise for it. Why are we slowing you down? Or if you have anything, any comment, any other thing you want to talk about, let's talk about it in the next 10, 15 minutes, then we can all go back to our regular. Comments? I beg, don't be silent. Yeah, I God bless you. Bring the eyes.
Yeah, we are celebrating that this month. I want to say there are so many challenges that we face. And we all knew from the beginning that one is one that contributed to this. One day, this today, or one day today. But at the time the mother fell sick at the very early age, and later the woman died. And the death of the woman almost crumbled him. But thank God the mother handed over to the new wife. The wife picked things from where the mother stopped and begin to employ him. So, in our own life, we need to also manage our family with our job. Because when we leave everything, we are going to have to look to the wife and the children and to the husband. And on daily basis, we also learn to also relate to them at home. But they won't have good ideas to also contribute to the good of everything. Another thing that was almost going to crumble jam was people who surrounded me with evil intentions. There were people who never liked him, even when he was working very hard. There were some of the bosses who never liked him, who wanted him down. And then when he blew up, when that explosion took place, Jam almost committed suicide. But I remember when he said it is still he was standing somewhere that way, very big calling in front of them. They feel like jumping in and let the earth swallow them. Because they were feeling so bad. Another thing was this chemical they were trying to make, they were trying to produce a plastic that will take over some quantity of metal in the automobile industry. But after the production, it keep cracking. So they never knew what to add to that product to make it stay long. Until eventually after so long wastage, they were able to get result to that. And the one that shocked people was when he stumbled into a memo written by the HRO person telling the board or the authority why he should not be promoted to the next level. You can imagine when you stumble into a memo in this company of how Gabriel or sorry, the HRO team of how the HR is recommending about you that you are actually making this position, you making this benefit, but don't give it to people. That's because of politics or because of legacy. Some of us will collapse. That is the truth. And on the job, as serious as you are, some people will laugh at us and say that you have business. If you let him die on the job, let him kill himself. There are so many things that will have brought that great man down. We are facing the same thing with us. It is not different. Not that he was a white man, we are black. It's the same challenge we are facing. I want to encourage us that we are going to get worse than what we face. But God will see us through in our commitment and encouragement.
God bless you, everybody.
Good morning, all. I would like to comment about the negative comment. Okay, so when I read this book, one of the first things I asked myself was that, can you work as a coach and slave in children? That's the first question I asked myself. And I said, no, I cannot. And I asked myself, so what is it? What will it take you to get from where I am to be competent and skilled enough for me to work in Nigeria? And I have determined in my heart that I'm going to learn, I'm going to develop myself, I'm going to improve myself, and I'm going to do all that it takes to be able to see myself and fight for that. And I want to say that that is what I think every one of us should start to ask himself. I'm in claims. Can I work in claims in the biggest insurance right now in Nigeria? Can I work in another sector? Can I become the MD or the CEO one day? And so, if you see the gap, then you should get up and do something. One of the things also that I picked from this book majorly for me is about leadership. I saw that one of the qualities of a leader is that you should be able to take a decision regardless of what people think and you stand by it. Two cases to mention was the selling of the houseware products, all these microwaves and all that. And then he now sold the part of the business that also makes air conditioners. Why did he sell that? Because they didn't have an input in how the air conditioners were fixed. And so they could mess them up. And he felt that was a detriment to the name of the company because of that singular reason. So I see that a leader should have foresight, regardless of what people feel. Because I remember one of his colleagues said to him, so you're taking out GE from households. We're not going to have products with GE in the house anymore. And it looked like a good reason, but the leader, Jack Welch, was able to see ahead and just stood by the decision. Another thing again about a leader is that you should believe in your people. The way he swoops around to look for his staff, it's amazing. I remember particularly the CFO, Dennis Daman. Yes. He went to another business, G Capital, and he got this guy. He gave him a call and told him to meet him by 6 p.m. in Iraq. And he met and he dropped the proposal to him. And the man reluctantly said yes. And he saw in that 38-year-old seaman that this man would be the CFO. He believed in him. Against all odds, everybody was shocked about it. Another case was the recruitment of the head of legal and compliance. He had to go out of the company to get this person. But as a leader, he was able to see the things in those people that would drive what he had as a vision for the company. Another thing about leadership is that you don't look down on the opinions of anybody. I particularly remember when they were trying to buy over the Radio Corporation of America, RCA, and he invited people from every cadre of staff, from the lowest to the middle to the highest. He invited them, sat on the round table, and they peeled off the layer of that decision until they were able to agree that we should go ahead with that. So, as a leader, we should involve everybody in the team. We don't look down on people. We do our best to develop our people. And one of his bosses, I remember the case that I mentioned about him blowing up that factory. He blew up the factory, but his boss went to the field to defend himself. He said, "You don't have to defend yourself, but I'm going to stand with you." So I see that as a boss or as a team leader, you cannot leave your team members behind. It can never work. Even if the person is the one dropping the ball, I cannot come to a meeting and say, it's Damilola that didn't do this, or Gabriel that didn't do this. It's HR. So we just have to take up our responsibilities as leaders. We have to carry our team members along. And lastly, I would just like to say that you should know what you want as a person and go for it. Know what you want and go for it. Jack Welch wanted to be CEO. He wanted it and he went for it. And he got it. Thank you.
I think you are both that was the totality of that. Talk about. And let me say this to you. Nobody can bring you up. Nobody can destroy you, except if you give them the right to do it. The way I feel about you, is the way you feel about yourself. Now, in the one they wrote about it, can't manage to do. Whatever anybody writes about you, is that person's perception. I had a friend. They was married for years. And they went to go so that I come from. So they got there, they've been doing so many tests. Unfortunately, they for the other. The wife saw one of the reports that is barren, adoption recommended. Somebody was sorry. He said, I don't know if you can wait. For me, I will have a child. Not just child, I will have children. What they've written is their home. But for me, I don't have a child. Guess what? The hospital got pregnant the following month. In fact, at the time Rosella was using her to talk to other people, that's why. Because they said they did all the they did all the analysis, but she never believed in that before. So it's the way you see yourself, the way you perceive yourself. So whatever anybody is writing about you, that's their own perspective. Even when they write about you, when they feel you're not good, they feel you're good, you know. He said that was determined to be a sign. And I actually got it. See, there's this power of the thought. Whatever you think about yourself, what should happen. When you think you make it, you make it. Sorry, we take two more comments. Then we wrap it up. Yes.
I think I particularly want to talk about the interview experience. And for Jack, he was a kind of person that wants to raise great people and also produce great results and services too. That was his key. That was very key for him too, because he wasn't just thinking about USA, he was thinking about globalization. So for him to achieve that global impact of GDP in every country, he wanted great people around him, and he made sure that the structure that he put in place, that everybody understood the rules. Everything as an organization has silent rules. We have our core objectives, we have what our missions and what we want to achieve. But we make sure that everybody in that organization actually aligned to whatever the vision of that organization was. And I also particularly like the fact that while he was even working at GP, he didn't let his dreams or what he was built for to die. Jack was he was a teacher, if I may put it that way. He likes to teach, he likes to lecture, and in everything he did, he actually impacted that skill into people. He taught people through the process. He groomed people from the scratch. He made people free. That group phase he was able to break it because of that Otoville experience, and that was actually the learning arm of the business where they groomed leaders too. And for him, he said that he seen himself being a facilitator or a lecturer when he leaves GE. For me, I think while you are working, it's also good for you to develop your other passion. Your passion doesn't die with work. Your passion can also transcend through in your work, what you do. I started off as an accountant. I went into credit control. Now I'm in marketing.